it's Kerry aka Little Punkage K. I know I haven't made a video in a very long time. I've been very busy, and as you guys probably seen, all of my videos kind of like went on private, or you would have noticed that maybe I deleted them. They're on private, and some of them are deleted because of copyright claims and things like that, and because of like my camera broke, because it stopped syncing my voice, and it was really annoying. And then I got the copyright stuff, and then what else? Oh, I had some privacy issues with some people, you know, messaging me saying some really weird stuff, something about like a financial slave. I'm like, what? Go away, you know, weird person. So everybody probably knows that I am a very big SuG fan. Like, oh, I love them. I'm sure you guys are not going to be surprised to know that I went to the Japanese music festival in Paris, France. Ow, it hit my hand. It sounds a bit crazy to go to France just to go to a concert, but you know, this is the kind of thing that would go through someone's mind if they're like really like passionate about a group or a band. I'm sure some of you guys have been there. But yeah, it was really cool. I went on the Eurotunnel. I don't know if you guys know what the Eurotunnel is, like, well, the Eurostar. It's like a train, and it can go like across Europe, but from London it goes under the sea, a tunnel under the sea, and then you come into France. So it's really strange. Like, I thought I was going to be underground under the sea for like 2 hours, but really we were just going across England, and then we went in under a tunnel for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden we're in France. It's mad. It's like, whoa, like, I'm in France and I took a train. I mean, I don't know, I just find it was my first time, so I was just like, wow. But the train was really shabby. Like, it was really old-fashioned. Like, I've been on Japanese Shinkansen, and so Shinkansen is so fast, and it's so tidy and clean, and it's really professional. And this Eurostar train, I guess somewhat similar to Shinkansen in some ways, is just really old-fashioned, so I was a bit surprised. Okay, so get to the point of this video. I went to see SuG, Sadie, and Dead End. Obviously I went mainly because SuG are there, but it was good to see Sadie as well. I didn't really know Dead End, but it was good to know a new visual K band. Okay, so where do I start? So I bought the package ticket, the one where you can meet and greet. And it didn't really hit in my head that I was going to meet SuG. I kind of couldn't imagine that I was going to meet them. Like, it kind of seemed a bit weird. Like, oh, I'm going to meet SuG today? Really? like, you don't quite believe it. I couldn't believe it at all. Like, I just didn't really think about it. It seemed kind of normal in a weird way. Even though I've always wanted to meet them, and I've always wanted to especially meet Takeru. So it's always been like, for like maybe 6 or 7 years since like late 2007, since I've been a SuG fan. I've wanted to meet them so badly, and I never thought I would meet them because, you know, Japanese rock music is not popular in UK, and so I never thought I would ever get the chance to see them live or meet them, let alone meet them. I never thought I would meet them, and I thought, wow, if I could meet them, that would be so amazing. So this was amazing, because when I went to Japan, they had their Unmissing tour, but I missed it. I missed the Unmissing tour by 1 or 2 days. I think when I flew out to Japan, it was their last date for the live concert. So annoying, but it's okay, because I went to Japan to experience Japanese culture, not to go to a concert. It was amazing. It was an amazing show. I'm not very a jumpy person in concerts. I just stand there like me in concert. Not even really bobbing. I don't even think you can tell I'm bobbing my head, but I'm bobbing my head like I'm so like mute, and I'm just like taking photos or something, and I'm just like, yes, I'm listening to music. However, when SuG came on, I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa! There they are. I saw Yuji and Shinpei on, I saw just before they started, they were testing it, but it didn't quite hit my head that they were on stage. I was like looking at them, I was thinking, that's Yuji! He's right there, and like when they're getting everything set up to play, and I was like, Yuji's right there, and I'm like, oh, look, there's Shinpei drums already. Oh, aren't they gonna come in some grand entrance or something? But yeah. Anyway, when they came on, I was just so starstruck, like, oh my god, they're right in front of me. And I don't know what happened. Something inside me went boom, like boom, and I was jumping around like I became crazy. I was just there like and I got really hot, really sweaty. I was so tired, and the side it really hurt because I was jumping and I got a stitch in my side, like a pain in my side, and I was just like, yes, and they sung 39 Galaxy. Oh my god, I was singing it just before they came on. I was going, hey, 39 Galaxy, yeah. And then they sung it, and I was like, wow, they're singing. I didn't think they'd sing that one. I was just like, it was awesome. Everyone put their hand up. First period, second period, you know, in a Japanese accent. But you know, it was really cool. It was amazing. It was so cool, so cool. I really loved how they were so interactive with the audience. Like Yuji and Takeru were so interactive. Like Yuji was making loads of like jokes and things and on stage, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun. And Takeru obviously talking and engaging and speaking really good English, really good. Like wow. And yeah, it was funny. There was this one part where Takeru said Masato wants to speak French, and he was like, do you want to listen? We're like, yeah, we want to listen. But mainly French people were saying, yeah, I want to listen. Anyway, and then he goes, okay, shut up. Okay, shut up. I burst out laughing. It was so funny. So funny. And very cute too. Obviously, I had the meet and greet. I was so confused. I went up to a French lady and was like, where do I go for meet and greet? And then she pointed to the exit door on the right, and she said, wait there. I was like, okay, I have to go there. But then after the concert had finished, everyone stopped performing, everyone went outside, and I was made to go outside, and I was really confused, and I was like, what is going on? And then this French girl was speaking to me in French, saying, oh, blah blah blah, and she said, meet and greet. I was like, oh, meet and greet? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, do you know where? And she said, no. No, I don't. I was like, oh. And she said, do you? I was like, no. And we were like, oh. And I was like, oh, who have you come to see? What band do you want to see most? And she said SuG, and I was like, me too. And yeah, and then we like kind of got drifted apart. And then I got very worried, because at the beginning, like I guess when people were lining up, they got a pink wristband. I didn't get a pink wristband. I just showed them the ticket, and they were like, yeah, go on through, la la la. I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh my god, I haven't got a pink wristband. No! And then, but luckily they saw my ticket, and I showed them ID and stuff, and then they were like, oh, it's okay, you can go. I was like, thank you. If they wouldn't let me through because I didn't get given the pink bracelet, I think I would have burst out crying or something. I'd be like, it would have been like all that journey for nothing. So yeah, and we go into this room for the meet and greet. Like, it's a big room, spacious, and there's like stairs you go around. Anyway, we went straight, like about 12 of us had, or 13 or maybe a little bit more, went and stood obviously with them, and I stood behind Shinpei, and the lady was like, oh, move in, and then he turned around and he smiled at me, and he said, he was like showing me like, do you wanna stand in front of me? I was like, oh, thank you. And I stood there, and then I looked to my right, and then there's Takeru, and I'm like, really? Whoa! I'm like, whoa! And I couldn't, and I was looking at him for a while, I was like that, and he turned around and looked at me, and I was like, hi. I remember I said hi, and then I got really shy and embarrassed, and I turned around and was like, ah! And I think they giggled behind me. They were giggling, and then it got really cool, because I then heard Takeru talking in Japanese, saying something about YouTube to them, and they were going, oh, YouTube, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I make YouTube videos, and I made ones about him. I was so sure that he was talking about me, but in order to know if he was talking about me. I had to ask him. So this is when, after they took the photos, I turned around and I said, "Do you know me?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, what? He was like, "Yeah, I saw you upload a YouTube video." And I was like, and that moment, my heart went from boom, boom, boom. It was beating fast already. It was doki, 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 doki. It was like, oh, I was like, whoa. Oh, I didn't know what to say. It felt very, very strange. I think I said, "Thank you, I'm so happy to meet you." I think that's what I said. I remember I put up my hand to shake his hand, and he was, I think he was like this, like with his arms crossed, and then he took out his hand like that. And he just sort of grabbed my hand, and I'm like, not knowing how to handshake kind of thing, like, because you know, in England we shake hands all the time. It's a normal thing. It's how you greet. Even though you kind of don't, it was kind of a natural response for me, like to put out my hand and say hi, like hi, like that. But I guess for him it's not so natural, so it's like, oh, hi. But yeah, I can't even describe that moment. I have it visually in my mind, and when I think about it, when I take a moment and I think about it, I think, oh my god, I spoke to him, I shook his hand, and then I think, he knows me. And then it's very, very strange, because you know, when you go and meet your favorite band, you expect them not to know you at all, and you are introducing yourself. But he already knew who I was, so it was like, oh, hi. It was like, oh, okay, oh, wow. I didn't really know. I think I walked away like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? And oh, it was so exciting, so exciting. And then we stood around, and I was a bit confused what happened next. Oh, we had photos taken, obviously. I was a bit confused what to do next. And then we got to have like things signed. I didn't have anything that I wanted signed, like posters or anything. I mean, I was gonna bring my CD, my SuG CD, or my DVD. I should have brought my DVD, but I decided not to, because I didn't want to carry much, because I knew I'd be jumping and stuff. So I just took my ticket and had them sign it. And so I didn't really know what to say, because it felt a little bit awkward, because I just said hi to him, because I didn't think I was gonna see him again. I thought that was kind of like it. I thought I wasn't gonna see him again. Anyway, when I went to have things signed, it was very, very, very like cool. Oh, it was amazing. I sort of stood by the table and was like, okay, what do I say? And I really had no idea what to say. And it just sort of resulted back to the YouTube. I was still shocked in my head that he had seen my YouTube video. Obviously you would be. I mean, in my shoes you would be very shocked. I was very, very shocked, very. And I was saying to him, "Have you really seen my YouTube video? Like, really? You saw my YouTube? Like, wow, that's amazing." And I was so I am very, very, very thankful that he's seen it, and very shocked. And then he said, "You're my favorite European person on YouTube, and you might as well have just ripped my heart out and just like threw it against something, or like it felt like my heart ripped out and burst into flames or something like that." It was like, I was like, thank you so much. Oh my god, it meant so much to me to hear that from him. And I know right now it doesn't seem like I'm so excited. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know what it seems like on camera, but really I was like going crazy in my head. I was like, whoa, what just happened? And YouTube was kind of funny too. He was like, "YouTuber?" I'm like, yeah, I'm a really big fan. And I don't think he understood. He was like, oh. And I think that's when Takeru said about YouTube and stuff. I did feel a bit guilty, because obviously, because I'd spoken to Takeru a little bit before, my mind was focused on the fact that he's seen my video. It was just focused on that. I was like, he's seen my video. He's seen my video? Really? He knows me? And so that was replaying in my mind. And so so I didn't really talk to Shinpei, Masato, or Chiyu, and I feel guilty. I love them all. I love them all. It's just that this thing took over my mind. So I don't remember. I just don't remember. It's all a big blur. Like it all happened really, really fast, really fast. But I was so happy. But Shinpei is so kind. He seems like such a kind person. Really, I feel very like, oh wow, Shinpei is really kind. He had a very kind smile when he turned around and smiled to me and told me to come in front. He had such a kind smile and genuine too. And so I felt very happy, like, and touched inside that he seemed so kind. I kind of want to just like give him a hug and be like, oh, you're so cute. But yeah, obviously I'm not gonna hug them. That would be kind of weird. But yeah, and Chiyu just seems to be very cool and calm. I think he had sunglasses on. He was just like cool and calm. That's just typical Chiyu, really, just cool and calm. But Takeru was so kind, and he had such a serious face. But I think he was concentrating on what I was saying, because obviously I was speaking English to him, but his English is so good, really, really, really good. If you're watching this, Takeru, if you're watching this, thank you so much, and your English is so good. Keep practicing. It's so good. And I'm sorry that maybe I talk too much. I don't know. I felt like I was talking too much and maybe too fast. I was trying to explain to him that his friend, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a Spanish DJ, and he featured in Takeru's Yuakimono CD album, and he commented on my video. And I was trying to explain that to Takeru, like, your friend commented on my video, and I was very shocked. But because I pronounced his name wrong, Takeru was like, I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. I was like, no. It was very, okay, and I had to get it through that he does know him. I was like, it's the DJ, the Spanish DJ, and then he said his name. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, him. But it was very funny. At the end, I felt a little embarrassed, maybe. I felt embarrassed that I was so shy and looked away, because Takeru has I think Takeru is a very honest person, and the reason I say this, like, he's a very genuine kind of person, I think, because he looks, when he talks to you, he looks you in the eye. And my dad always said that if somebody is talking to you and they're looking at you in the eye, it means they're very honest and you can trust them and they're real, they're a real person. The term is down to earth. It means like really a genuine person. And so it was very hard to keep the eye contact, because usually I'm like that. I look in people's eyes and I can keep the contact, but with Takeru it was very hard to keep looking into his eyes without feeling a bit, back down, submissive, so it was like, it was very hard to look at him. It was very hard to look at him dead in the eye, because it makes you kind of, I was feeling so nervous, that's why, and I had to look away. That's why when I said hi, I was looking at him and I looked away, like, because he has such a powerful, like, stare. I was like, whoa, he's very good looking in real life as well, like very, very, and it's like, wow, you kind of, his eyes were very dark. I don't know if it was because he was wearing circle lenses, but his eyes were very, very enchanting. And I was like, but I think he might have been wearing circle lenses, but I'm sure he has extremely beautiful eyes regardless. Anyway, I had a really good time at the Japanese music festival, and I'll be making more videos for you guys soon. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye bye!